All right, what's up, team? We are here for another full breakdown of today's workout. I have got Miss Charity with me today. She's going to demonstrate some movements. I am looking forward to seeing her attempt a crossover on the jump rope, so stay tuned for that. Speaking of which, today's warm-up, guys, is going to be Tabata jump rope. So get your Tabata timer ready, get your jump rope out. We're going to be working on 8 different patterns while you do each interval. So Tabata is 8 rounds, right? So we're going to do 8 different patterns. So I'm just going to call these out basically, and Charity's going to show you what these look like each time. So for round 1, guys, we are just going to kick things off with your normal single under. So feet stay together. We're just going to jump up and down 1 revolution per 1 jump. Then we're going to play with the side to side. So we've got our feet staying together, but we are just hopping laterally. It doesn't need to be a big jump. Round 3, we're going to do front to back hops, so our feet still stay together, and the timing of the jump rope doesn't change for this, guys. We're still doing single unders this entire time. So front to back hops. Then we're going to do wide and narrow. So we're finally going to separate our feet and kind of do like a, what you would call a jumping jack, basically. That's the footwork there for the wide and narrow. Oh man, falling apart here as expected. So after the wide and narrow, we're going to do what we call little lunges. So your feet are separating front to back now, like you're doing a baby little lunge. Then we're going to try to run in place for round 6. So we're basically running, but it's still 1 revolution per 1 foot contact. Then we're going to do double unders. So if you've got double unders, we're going to hit a full round of these. This is set 7. So now we've got 2 revolutions of the rope per 1 jump. And then the 8th and final one is a crossover. This is the coveted move we were all trying to do as children. So let's see if Charity can pull 1 or 2 of these off. Yes, there we go. Awesome. So she got 2. That is badass. So we're crossing those arms and getting a pass through while we have that crossover done. So that is your warm up. Nice job, Charity. So we had 8 different patterns there. Next up, we're going to hit the floor for a little core work. So we're going to do 2 rounds of 8 skydivers. So we are prone, guys. We're chest and thighs and stomach and everything to the floor. We're going to squeeze our butt and our low back and lift everything up. So you are going to lift your entire thigh and the chest, and you're going to raise those arms up as high as you can. Hold for just a second at the top. We're going to do 8 of those. Then we're going to flip over and do some glute bridge walkouts. So for the walkout, we're basically going to start with your normal glute bridge. So your knees are 90 degrees, you're in your heels, you're going to bridge your butt up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slowly inch your feet out away from you. So just kind of inch by inch. We want a lot of steps here. Don't take big steps. We're going to go all the way out to a straight leg position, but still keep your butt off the floor, and then inch your way right back in the same way you went out. Okay, so it's really tempting, guys, to kind of rush this process, especially when you get your legs way out there. It's tempting to rush back in, but don't. Stay patient, stay slow, get a lot of time under tension. So we're gonna do 4 walkouts. So out and back is 1, out and back is 2. So we're gonna do 2 rounds of 8 skydivers and 4 glute bridge walkouts. Cool, thank you, Charity. Next up, for strength. Today's basically would be considered a deadlift theme, but today we're going to do a single leg, stiff leg deadlift. So you can carry kettlebells, dumbbells, a single dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, a barbell, whatever you've got, guys. Let's work it, but we're basically working our hip hinge. So we're gonna get grounded on one leg, we're gonna get our balance going, we're gonna hinge over at the hip, keeping your back straight and your back leg up in line with your spine. You will feel a big pull on the hamstring of the leg you're standing on, right? So from the side, it looks like this, so I'm feeling that right hamstring, but we definitely want that neutral spine. So Charity, turn sideways, show them what that looks like. And if you were carrying weights, guys, you would just have your weights in your hands, whether, again, it's a dumbbell or kettlebell or barbell. And there's no depth standard here. Just go low enough where you're in a true hip hinge and you're feeling that big pull on the hamstring that's staying on the ground. So you're gonna stay on that leg for 8 reps and then switch legs, okay? So we're gonna pair that with 10 per side planks. So we are back on the floor for this one. We're gonna have your bottom side elbow underneath the shoulder. We're in a side lying position, legs are stacked. The upper hand can just stack on top of the hip. If it needs to assist on the ground, it can. But then we're just gonna elevate your hips up and down 10 times. So Charity's on her left side. That means she's working her left obliques. So whichever side is lower to the ground, that's the side taking the effort. So for strength, guys, we're doing 4 rounds, 8 per leg on that single leg stiff leg deadlift, and then 10 per side on the side bends here. All right, so knock out 4 rounds of that, and then we'll get into our Metcon. So we need that jump rope back out. That's gonna be our first move in the Metcon. We've got 5 rounds for time, 40 double unders. You're gonna scale that to 80 single unders. We're gonna do 20 Russian kettlebell swings, and we're gonna do 10 burpees laterally over our kettlebell. We are gonna show a dumbbell version of the kettlebell swing today because we know a lot of you guys have dumbbells, not necessarily kettlebells, but the action is the same. So from the top, double unders. We already went over this in the warm-up. Charity's gonna just do a couple of these real quick. So double unders, we've got 2 revolutions of the rope per 1 jump. All right, that's good. So we're gonna do 40 of those, or 80 single unders. Then we're gonna do 20 Russian kettlebell swings. So when we say Russian swings, we're basically referring to, like, you know, nose, eye level. That's the highest position it needs to go. So this is from the hips and glutes. This is a good hip hinge move. We want the energy coming from this area, not from the shoulders. So Charity's gonna go ahead and get a swing started. So she has her hands on the two dumbbells separately. So she has one hand on the actual handles per weight, and she's trying to fire the hips and glutes to get that swing going. So that's the 2-arm version, right? And you're actually gonna see that later this week in a devil's press. So if you have 1 dumbbell, you're gonna maybe double up your grip on the end of the dumbbell and then do the same kettlebell swing action. So for those of you not used to doing dumbbells, this one will feel more normal to you, but it might just be too light. So you might be inclined to go with the heavier option, meaning both dumbbells in play. Cool, so those are good swings, Charity. So 20 of those, and then we're gonna set your object down, whether it's the dumbbell or the kettlebell. Just make sure it's not gonna roll underneath your feet, and we're gonna do 10 burpees laterally over your object. So chest and thighs to the floor, and then when we come up, we're gonna do a 2-foot takeoff, 2-foot landing over the object. That was 1. Coming back up, another jump makes 2, and we're gonna do 10 of those. So for the Metcon, 5 rounds as fast as you can, 40 double unders, 20 Russian kettlebell swings or dumbbell swings, and 10 burpees over your object. What do you think? Gonna be tough? All right. Hit it, guys. Stay safe. Stay fit.